Imagine this. In just 5 minutes a day, you could train your brain to outsmart 90% of the people around you. Think about that for a second. While most people are scrolling, binge watching, or stuck in autopilot, you could be sharpening your mind, unlocking new mental power, and seeing the world differently. Sounds impossible? That's exactly what most people think, until they try it. Here's the truth. Your brain is not fixed. It's not stuck at the intelligence you were born with. Science proves your brain can grow, adapt, and get stronger with the right kind of mental exercise. And the best part? This exercise is simple, practical, and only takes 5 minutes. No gimmicks, no expensive tools, just your focus, a little curiosity, and a willingness to challenge yourself. By the time this video is over, you won't just know the exercise, you'll experience it. You'll start thinking sharper, noticing details others miss, and solving problems faster. So grab a pen, open a notebook, or just clear your mind. Because what you're about to do will level up your brain and change the way you think forever. Let's be honest. Most people are living on autopilot. They wake up, scroll through their phones, binge watch shows, react to whatever comes their way, and barely think. Not really think. True thinking, the kind that builds intelligence, sharpens decision-making, and opens doors, is incredibly rare. Here's the reality. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you challenge it in the right ways, the stronger, faster, and sharper it becomes. But here's the problem most people face. They only exercise the easy, convenient parts of their mind. They focus on what's comfortable, what's habitual, what keeps life simple, and that's fine until you want more. Extraordinary thinking doesn't come from comfort. It comes from intentionally training your brain, stretching it, testing it, and asking questions most people never even consider. That's exactly why this 5-minute exercise is so powerful. In just a few minutes a day, you can push your mind beyond its usual limits, unlock mental clarity, and start seeing solutions, opportunities, and patterns that most people completely miss. This isn't about becoming smarter overnight. It's about taking the first step to consistently outthink, outlearn, and outperform almost everyone around you. Before we jump into the exercise, let's talk about the real science behind it. Every time you think, your brain is building pathways, connections that shape how fast, how clearly, and how creatively you can process information. The more challenging your thoughts, the stronger those pathways become. Scientists call this neuroplasticity. Basically, your brain isn't fixed. It can literally rewire itself when you push it in new directions. Here's the crazy part. People who spend just 5 minutes a day actively challenging their thinking, really focusing, questioning, analyzing, show huge improvements in problem solving, creativity, and memory retention. That's right, just 5 minutes. Not hours, not complicated routines, 5 minutes. This is why this exercise is so powerful. It doesn't waste your time. It doesn't rely on fancy apps, expensive courses, or endless reading. It taps directly into your brain's untapped potential. In just a few minutes a day, you can strengthen the exact mental muscles that most people never train, giving you an edge in every decision, every opportunity, and every challenge life throws at you. Think of it as unlocking a hidden superpower inside your mind, one that's been waiting for you to use it. Step 1 is all about observation. And I don't mean just looking around. Most people think they're observant, but here's the truth. They're not. They see the world, but they don't really notice it. True thinkers don't just look, they observe. They notice patterns, small details, and subtle differences that most people completely miss. Here's your first challenge. Take 1 full minute and pick something in your environment. It can be anything: a coffee mug on your desk, a plant in the corner, or even a cloud drifting across the sky. Now, instead of just glancing at it, really study it. Ask yourself, what's unusual about it? What do I not usually notice? How is this similar to something else I've seen before? Could there be a story behind it? By doing this, you're training your brain to spot details that other people overlook. And here's the kicker: details are everything. They separate average thinkers from extraordinary thinkers. People who notice the small things catch opportunities others miss. They solve problems faster. They make connections that seem impossible to everyone else. So right now, take a deep breath, focus, and really see what's around you. Don't rush it. Pay attention to colors, shapes, textures, and patterns. Watch how your brain starts making connections almost automatically. When you come back from this little exercise, you'll already notice a shift. Your mind will feel sharper. You'll start to see what others ignore, and this is just the beginning of leveling up your brain. Step 2 is one of the most powerful tools your brain has: questioning. And I'm not talking about just asking why once and moving on. I mean really interrogating the world around you, challenging assumptions, and digging deeper than most people even think to. Here's what I want you to do. For the next 2 minutes, pick something: a problem, a news story, or even a thought in your own mind. Now start asking questions. Questions like, why does this exist? What if it were completely different? What assumptions am I taking for granted? What is missing that I haven't noticed? This isn't cynicism, it's curiosity. The difference is huge. Cynicism shuts your mind down. Curiosity opens it up. Smart people don't just accept information, they interrogate it. They spot patterns, anticipate consequences, and think several steps ahead. Let's make it practical. Why does traffic exist in your city? Could there be a better system? Why do people believe certain ideas without questioning them? Why do some products succeed while others fail? Each question forces your brain to notice relationships, inconsistencies, and opportunities that others completely miss. Here's the magic. Just 2 minutes of this daily rewires your thinking. It trains your mind to see gaps, contradictions, and hidden solutions. You start noticing patterns, predicting outcomes, and making smarter decisions, all without anyone teaching you. So take this moment, focus, and ask. Don't settle. The more questions you ask, the sharper your mind becomes. And the best part? No one else has to notice your questions. The benefits? Only you will see every single day in the way you think, act, and succeed. Step 3 is where your brain starts playing at a whole new level, connecting the dots. And this isn't just about creativity. It's about training your mind to see relationships that most people completely miss. The ability to link ideas that seem unrelated is one of the hallmarks of genius thinking. Here's how it works. Take 2 ideas, completely separate, and challenge yourself to find a connection between them. For example, think about meditation and mathematics. At first glance, they have nothing in common. Meditation calms your mind, reduces stress, and improves focus. Mathematics, on the other hand, stretches your brain, challenges logic, and strengthens problem solving. Individually, both are powerful, but together, your focus, reasoning, and clarity skyrocket. You don't need to stop at meditation and math. Try linking sports and music, history and technology, cooking and psychology. The key is to train your mind to notice patterns and possibilities that others ignore. This mental flexibility rewires your brain, making it faster at problem solving and sharper at spotting opportunities in real life. Spend just 2 minutes a day doing this, and your brain starts to form new pathways. You begin thinking in connections rather than linear, one-step thoughts. You'll notice solutions to problems that seem impossible to everyone else. You'll find inspiration in places where no one else is looking. Your creativity will explode, and it all starts with the simple habit of linking ideas. Here's a small exercise to try right now. Pick two random things around you, a book and a cup, a plant and your phone. Ask yourself, how could these be connected? Could one improve the other? Could a new idea emerge from combining them? Even if it seems silly, your brain is building bridges, new ways of thinking that give you a massive edge. This is the magic of connecting dots. It trains your mind to think beyond obvious answers, to see relationships where others see chaos, and to approach life with the curiosity and ingenuity of someone who's operating at a higher level. Start small, do it daily, and watch as your mind begins to think differently, faster, sharper, smarter. Step 4 is where your brain starts thinking like a strategist, predict and reflect. Most people never do this. They react to life as it happens. But the smartest thinkers, they anticipate, they analyze, and they learn from every single experience. And you can start doing it in just a few minutes a day. Here's the exercise. Pick something small, anything around you. It could be the weather tomorrow, a text from a friend, or even how a coworker will respond to an email. Make a prediction. What do you think will happen? Be specific. Don't just say, it'll be sunny. Ask yourself, what time will the sun peak? Will clouds roll in? Or if it's your coworker, how exactly might they reply? Predict the outcome as clearly as possible. Now, here's the critical part, reflect. At the end of the day, revisit your prediction. Did you get it right? What clues did you notice that helped you? What did you miss? Every little insight rewires your brain to notice patterns and anticipate future events. This simple habit trains your mind to analyze cause and effect, sharpen decision-making, and notice subtle signals most people completely overlook. Let's take an example. Imagine you predicted your boss would respond positively to a proposal. Maybe you got it right, or maybe you didn't. Reflecting on why your prediction worked or didn't teaches you something new about human behavior, patterns, and cause and effect. Over time, these tiny exercises turn into major mental advantages. You start spotting opportunities before others do. You start making decisions faster and more accurately. And the best part? You don't need hours of preparation or complicated tools. Just your attention, focus, and willingness to observe, predict, and reflect. Think of it as giving your brain a real-world simulation. Each day, you practice anticipating outcomes, analyzing clues, and learning from feedback. Over weeks, you'll notice a massive change. You're no longer just reacting to life, you're predicting it, understanding it, and staying one step ahead. Finally, we've reached step 5, the mental challenge. This is where your brain gets to play, experiment, and stretch in ways most people never do. If you want to be smarter than 90% of people, this is the step that separates ordinary thinkers from extraordinary ones. Here's the idea. Give your mind a challenge every single day. Solve a riddle, imagine a new invention, mentally plan your ideal day. Anything that forces your brain to create, reason, and explore. The goal isn't just to pass time, it's to strengthen your imagination, reasoning, and problem-solving skills. These are the core abilities that define intelligence. Let's start with a simple exercise. Imagine a world where cars don't exist. I mean, absolutely none. No gas-powered cars, no electric cars, nothing. Now ask yourself, how would cities change? Would they become smaller, more vertical, or more pedestrian-friendly? How would people travel from one place to another? What inventions would replace cars? Could public transport evolve into something completely new? Spend a minute or two really exploring all the possibilities. Don't settle for the first idea that comes to mind. Push yourself. Ask, what about trade, delivery services, or emergency response? How would society adapt? Here's the magic of this exercise. Even though it's hypothetical, your brain is building connections, analyzing problems, and stretching creative muscles that everyday routines never touch. You're training your mind to think in new ways, to solve problems more effectively, and to visualize possibilities beyond the obvious. And it doesn't stop at big, abstract ideas. You can challenge yourself with small, practical exercises too. Imagine ways to make your workspace more productive, how to improve a daily habit, or even redesign your morning routine for maximum efficiency. Every little mental experiment rewires your brain, strengthening pathways that lead to sharper thinking, faster decisions, and smarter problem solving. The key is consistency. Spend a few minutes every day giving your mind these challenges, and over time, you'll notice something remarkable. Your ideas start to flow more freely, solutions come faster, and your brain begins operating on a level most people don't even know exists. So, right now, pick a challenge. Dive into it. Let your brain explore, connect, and innovate. Because this isn't just an exercise, it's a way to build mental strength, creativity, and intelligence that lasts a lifetime. And remember, the more you challenge yourself, the more your brain rewards you with sharper thinking, clear insight, and extraordinary problem-solving power. You might be thinking right now, 5 minutes? That can't be enough to make me smarter than most people. And I get it. It sounds almost too good to be true, but here's the reality. It's not about how long you spend, it's about how you spend it. Focused, deliberate thinking, even for a few minutes, is exponentially more powerful than hours of mindless scrolling, multitasking, or passive entertainment. Here's why it works. When you spend just 5 minutes fully concentrated on your brain, really observing, questioning, connecting, predicting, and challenging, you're activating parts of your mind that most people ignore every single day. You're not just skimming the surface, you're building mental muscles that grow stronger, faster, and more flexible with each session. Think of it like this. 5 minutes of deliberate mental exercise is like doing an hour or more of casual thinking. Why? Because your brain is fully engaged, rewiring itself, noticing patterns, and creating connections that others completely miss. That's the power of intense focus. And here's the secret most people never discover. Consistency is everything. 5 minutes today, 5 minutes tomorrow, 5 minutes every day adds up. Within weeks, you'll start noticing ideas popping into your mind effortlessly, solutions appearing faster than ever, and patterns revealing themselves that once seemed invisible. Opportunities you never would have seen become obvious. Your decision-making sharpens. Your understanding of problems deepens. This isn't hype. It's science. It's practical. And it works because your brain is wired to grow, but only if you challenge it the right way. The small, consistent investment of your attention pays off in massive cognitive returns. So, don't underestimate 5 minutes. Don't think you need hours or complicated routines. Just give your mind focused, high-quality exercise and watch as your thinking elevates beyond what most people ever experience. So here's your challenge. Starting today, dedicate just 5 minutes to this exercise. That's it. 5 minutes to observe, question, connect, predict, and challenge your mind in ways most people never even consider. This isn't a gimmick or a trick. It's a real science backed way to sharpen your thinking, boost creativity, and make smarter decisions every single day. I want you to really understand this. Intelligence isn't fixed. You weren't born with a set amount of mental power. Your brain is a living, adaptable machine. Every thought you have, every detail you notice, every connection you make builds new pathways in your mind. The more you practice these exercises, the stronger those pathways become. And that's why just 5 focused minutes a day can change your life. Picture this. Within weeks, your brain starts working differently. You'll notice solutions to problems that seemed impossible. Ideas will flow faster, and decisions that used to take hours will come naturally. You'll remember details effortlessly, see patterns others miss, and think in ways that feel almost automatic, but are anything but ordinary. You'll be operating on a level that most people never even reach. That's the power of consistent, deliberate mental training. And here's the best part. You don't need expensive courses, complicated apps, or endless reading. All you need is focus and intention. 5 minutes every day, and your brain will reward you with sharper thinking, heightened creativity, and an advantage in every aspect of your life, personal, professional, and beyond. So here's what I want you to do right now. Commit to it. Grab a notebook, clear a little space in your day, and spend 5 minutes doing the exercises we covered. Observe deeply. Ask questions that challenge assumptions. Connect ideas that seem unrelated. Predict outcomes and reflect on your results. Push your mind to imagine, solve, and explore possibilities. If you're serious about leveling up your brain, here's how to take it even further. Hit that like button to show you're ready to grow. Share this video with someone who wants to think faster and smarter, because sharing knowledge accelerates learning. And most importantly, comment below and tell me what you noticed after your first 5 minutes. Did you see something new? Did a connection surprise you? Sharing your experience reinforces your learning and inspires others to start their journey too. Your brain is waiting. Don't leave it on autopilot, scrolling through life without using the incredible potential you already have. Take control, start small, commit consistently, and watch as your mind transforms. The next 5 minutes could change the way you think forever. So start now. Your smarter, sharper, more insightful self is ready. You just have to take the first step.